Okay, this video's title may sound too good to be true, but it's not. This environmental leak is one of the fastest ways to get cash flow immediately. After decades of working with manufacturers on EHS, I can tell you that the most significant drain on your profit margin isn't material cost, it's your waste. In this case, the air you're using to run your machinery. You are wasting up to 30% of that output. That's pure, avoidable profit loss. Stop paying to generate air that just heats the parking lot. Today, I'll show you the exact process, equipment, and math to stop that leak. Now, you should note that while I am a professional, I'm not your specific EHS consultant. This video is for educational purposes only, and your use of this information is at your own risk. Please read the full disclaimer on screen. If you're deciding if this is worth your time, your brain is running a cost avoidance calculation. Your calculation is simple. Is the time I spend here worth the cash flow that I gain? The wrong answer is clicking away. The right answer is the reset. I'm going to give you value right now that proves you can't afford to click away. Before we move on, let's be honest. Your gut already knows that you're losing money, but where? I created the hidden margin leakage scorecard to answer that question truthfully. This free download shows you the hidden areas bleeding your profit dry and precisely how exposed you are right now. This is a game changer for margin control. Download it instantly using the link in the description below. Stop guessing and start measuring. Now, let's get back to the video. Here's your first reset. Your compressed air waste isn't just a maintenance issue. It's an environmental risk liability that you've signed for. Why? Because every extra kilowatt of power that you pull to compensate for a simple leak generates unnecessary greenhouse gas emissions. You're over-polluting, overspending, and under-profiting. This isn't cheap air. It's a hidden pollution tax. Now, let's talk about the solution that actually works, the one that drives cash flow. Forget those big, expensive energy audits that tell you what you already know. To generate cash flow immediately, we must first identify and map the true scope of the problem. This requires starting with the simplest, most effective tool in your inventory. We're going to move right into the zero-cost audit principle. We've established the cost avoidance calculation. Shift 1 is the zero-cost audit principle. This is where most operations fail. They pay for an expensive audit instead of leveraging the solution they already own. That solution is the ultrasonic leak detector. If your maintenance crew has one, great. If not, it's a few $100s, a fraction of your monthly waste. Here's your first pro tip. The best time to audit is Saturday at 2 a.m. Why? Because when production is shut down, the only thing running is your air compressor struggling against leaks. The slightest hiss that's drowned out by machinery during the week suddenly sounds like a jet engine. Thinking, holy cow, that's why we couldn't find them before. You don't need fancy consultants. You need silence. That silence is the key to identifying your profit loss. That's how you find them. But what does a small hiss actually cost? The true cost of this type of inefficiency waste is something every leader needs to understand. And I've got a story that illustrates this on a shocking scale. We talked about a 30% air waste, but the bigger issue in manufacturing is a pattern of energy mismanagement. I remember running a data analysis some years ago for a manufacturer. We were focused on their largest energy users, these massive high temperature fossil fuel powered units. The problem wasn't the efficiency of one single unit, it was the sheer scale of the inefficiencies across the entire system. My analysis revealed a hidden ongoing cost potentially worth millions of dollars per year lost to simple data gaps and systemic energy waste. Here's an insider insight. You're not alone in having large energy waste losses. That feeling that your operations are too just complex to fix, that your profits are draining away for reasons that you can't name, that is a normal part of the manufacturing process. The story I just told you proves one thing. Huge losses start with small, overlooked details. You don't have to fix a multi-million dollar system today. But the difference between a company that eats losses and one that chooses instead to profit is quantification. The second shift is moving from guessing where the air is going to actually tracking it. This step is simple and you can do it in 5 minutes, and it immediately improves your environmental health and safety regulatory record. We've established that the difference between profit and loss is quantification. The second shift is moving from guessing where the air is going to tracking it. The problem is you're only tracking lost time on the repair log, not lost dollars. The solution is simple. Tie every leak fix back to its annual electricity cost. Let's run the math here. You fix one small 1/8 inch leak. That's not just a maintenance task completed. That's one leak that was costing you roughly $4,500 a year in energy. Your realization should be, holy cow, that leak was a cash register that was running in reverse. Quantifying that specific profit recovery is the fastest way to get buy-in from those controlling the purse strings for any future EHS spending. That's the financial win. Now, for the lasting environmental and safety win. You're still wasting valuable technician time during the same repairs every year. This waste is often caused by using the wrong part. The third and final shift is about eliminating the source of the problem, and it requires us to address the biggest culprit in every manufacturing compressed air system. The final profit leak culprit isn't poor maintenance. It's your choice of couplings and tubing material. The vast majority of small operations are still running standard low pressure tubing and quick connect couplings on high demand pneumatic tools. This guarantees leaks within months. Shift 3 is material substitution. Stop using the Teflon tape 2. It's ineffective and can actually damage components. The true lasting fix is simple. Upgrade all high pressure systems to metal fittings and stainless steel tubing. Yes, the initial cost is higher, but this is an investment that reduces your recurring maintenance hours, and it eliminates this environmental waste stream, meaning you can stop wasting your technician's time on the same 5 leaks every week. That final shift, material substitution, is the only way to make the profits permanent. We've covered finding leaks with the Zero-Cost Audit, quantifying the cost with the $4,500 data point, and now eliminating the material costs. But there's one final piece of the puzzle that separates the profitable manufacturers from the struggling ones. A simple mental shift that dictates if you'll ever truly gain control over your environmental profit margin leakage. We've covered 3 steps to stop the leaks, but the reason you keep wasting profit is the compliance mindset. You treat EHS like a checklist, only fixing leaks when regulators tell you to. This creates a hidden wall. The moment the regulator leaves, the profit leaks resume. This is the truth that every successful manufacturer knows. The secret is in realizing that environmental health and safety isn't compliance. It's a profit center. Successful manufacturers don't see a leak as a maintenance issue. They see it as a quantifiable profit recovery opportunity. Here's another insider insight. The problem was never your technicians. It was the focus of your management. When you make that simple mental shift, you install a permanent profit recovery system. For air compressor waste, this system has 3 parts: the zero-cost audit, quantification, and material substitution. We've just established that a profit center mindset is the difference between growth and failure. But how do you quantify hidden EHS costs beyond compressed air? I've created the free hidden margin leakage scorecard to help you. Download it now. It's the essential tool that shows you where concealed costs are draining your cash flow. But even with a perfect profit recovery system, there's one environmental compliance risk that sneaks up on small manufacturers: universal waste. The truth is that old dead light bulb that you threw in the trash could cost your small business up to $70,000 in regulatory fines. Yes, your waste management, not some major production process, could be your biggest liability. If you want an actionable strategy to protect your operation from those massive, unexpected universal waste fines, then you need to click the video on your screen now. In it, I dispel common misunderstandings and share the exact step-by-step process to make proper universal waste management a breeze.